the cloud. Awesome. Well, today we have Miss Shilah from Simply Earth. She's one of the sponsors for Devoted to a Soldier. And thank you for that, by the way, because that is huge. You know, everybody giving a little bit. I feel like when we all collaborate together, that's how, you know, education and change and life happens.
Yep.
So, but what I want to do is, this is like the beginning of many series that we're going to be having here. What I'm going to be having here, and Shilah is my first one, which I'm excited about. We finally we had to cancel and then we had to reschedule and we're here, and that is life. But she is are you the founder, the owner of Earth?
So I am I'm their director of sales. So it actually was founded by two brothers. One is a mechanical engineer. The other one is an electrical engineer. And the electrical engineer actually also was in the Army and did a tour over in Iraq as well. So that's really exciting.
That is very exciting and very interesting, because I wouldn't have thought, oh my gosh, I'm being very sexist here. Then with essential oils.
Yep.
Do you know what made them start this company?
Yeah. So the mechanical engineer, his name is Lee. His wife had super stinky feet. And she was a teacher, so she, you know, was around kids all day and just kind of on her feet all day. So they actually made a shoe and foot spray. And the key active ingredient in that was essential oils. They started selling that on Amazon. They actually started out of their garage. There was like a chicken coop in there. It's kind of crazy story. But yeah, so they started selling that, and then they looked at the essential oil market world and saw how much other companies were selling them for and their practices and what they were teaching their, you know, the uplines and whatnot, and decided that they wanted to do something differently. So they started Simply Earth about 4 years ago. I've been with the company about 2.5 years.
I love, because you can love somebody, but stinky feet might be the, you know what, honey, I love you, but we got to come up with a solution here.
Yeah.
So what made you get into this company? Like a little bit about you, who you are.
Sure. Yeah.
What makes you different?
I worked for their parent. The two boys' parents actually owned pizza ranches. It's a chain of restaurants, kind of up north. They're in Iowa too as well. I worked at the one about 30 minutes away from Simply Earth for 5 years as a manager. And then I switched so their parents owned 3 pizza ranches. I switched to the pizza ranch closer to Simply Earth. And the parents had said, hey, I have somebody that I want you to interview with. I had no idea who I was interviewing with. I didn't know it was their kids. I just knew it was a customer service job. And I kind of wanted to switch things up. So I started out in customer service, and then I moved to wholesale, and then I went and got my aromatherapy certification in February.
Okay, so what is an aromatherapy certification? Because I've never heard of that.
Yeah, so an aromatherapist studies essential oils. So they, study the chemical makeup of essential oils, how they work in the body, how they work outside of the body, things like that.
Okay, and so this is, all right, we're talking about someone not in this world, but essential oils have been around forever. Like the Chinese used it. It's like, this is how we've healed ourselves forever and ever and ever and ever. And
before there were medications out there, they used essential oils.
Yeah. What do you think? What is the biggest popular, I can't even talk. What is the most popular essential oil? Like people the staple.
Lavender and peppermint are, I would say, the top ones that people know the most about, and the ones that are used the most as well.
Okay, so what is that? What is lavender and peppermint for, besides making your peppermint smell good?
So peppermint is really good for stomach problems. You can use it for headaches. If you're congested, I actually have some going in the diffuser today with eucalyptus because I was sick last week, so I'm kind of making sure it stays away. Yeah. Lavender is good for pretty much everything. It's a good calming oil. You can use it for burns. You can use it in skincare. You can really use lavender for everything. It's kind of like frankincense. Frankincense is good for everything as well.
For everything, but I feel like I've smelled them both. Lavender smells a lot better than frankincense.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Can you digest these?
No. So the National Board of Aromatherapists does not recommend ingestion of essential oils. And so how they compare it when I did my aromatherapy certification is if you're taking 1 drop of essential oil, so lemon, for instance, internally, it's comparable to eating 30 lemons at once, like rind and all, just eating a whole lemon. So I know there's so many people out there that do ingest them, and their uplines or their people around them are training them to do so, but it can actually give you toxicity. I've heard of people, I haven't had, but I've heard of people, that have ingested them that have had allergic reactions, or they get liver toxicity. It's just not a good practice to teach.
Oh, see, that's good. What about gut? What about gut health? Like, gut health is like the brain of our body, basically.
Yep.
Does it affect that? Because it's
yeah, it absolutely can. Yeah, if you're taking them internally, it can actually hurt your insides because it's so highly concentrated that it, for lack of a better word, it could burn your insides.
Oh, right. So when you're getting good quality oils, it can really do damage. So probably there's so many out there. What makes that if it's like not a good quality and it's filled with like fillers and stuff, people probably wouldn't notice such a big difference? I mean, you don't want to obviously take bad oils to begin with. But if people are digesting them and they're not having like a real bad effect, it's because it's probably not high quality.
Correct.
Grade.
Yep.
So how can you tell?
Yeah, so the best way to tell if an essential oil is pure or therapeutic grade is to look at the company itself. If you go onto like our website or doTERRA or Young Living, I don't like talking about them, but they do.
They're out there.
The GC/MS, it's gas chromatography mass spectrometry. So what it's a testing that the essential oils go through. The essential oils will go through a testing process to see if there's anything added to the essential oils before they're packaged or put into the bottles. It'll also go through that testing, the GC/MS testing will also go through if there were like pesticides added during the crop season or during the harvesting season. So if a company does not have those GC/MS testing results, I would be leery. So like the Now brand that you can get at Walgreens or Walmart, anywhere, they're not 100% pure. They have additives added to them, and that can be super dangerous.
And you said it's on people's websites. They have to put it on there?
Yep.
Okay. So that is how, as a consumer, because I'm always about like, you don't know until you know. And then once you know, shame on you. You know what I mean? So say that one more time. The
GC/MS.
Okay. That rating. And what would a good rating look like?
So you can actually, how those work is you'll click on that link. So for our website, for instance, you click on the link and it'll show you what's all added to what's all the chemical makeup of the oil.
Right.
So like each oil has, oh my gosh, probably 10 to 50 different kinds of chemical compounds. And you'll see that in there.
Okay. So how, like for me, obviously, I know nothing about essential oils besides the way they smell and the way they make me feel.
Sure, and that's okay. Yeah, people like me.
I feel like I'm like the majority of the people out there, right? I'm like, how would I know that when I click on that what is in it is supposed to be in it as opposed to not being in it?
Yeah, so you'll see fillers and additives at the very top if they are. Honestly, most companies that have fillers and additives won't even have the testing results at all. They just won't be available. If they are, they would be at the very, very top. It'll say like alcohol added or things like that, things added to it.
Are there common additives that people use?
Yeah, it's usually fragrances and or alcohols.
Okay. So those are the top ones.
Yeah.
So let me think. That really was my question. Like, how can you tell? There's so many.
So there's also another way. You can do the paper test. So if you take an essential oil and you put it on a Kleenex, once it dries, there should not be any kind of like residue left over and or like rings. There are, sorry, my light's going on and off. There are exceptions, darker oils. Obviously, you're going to see kind of the coloring, but you should not see like a residue left over if they are 100% pure.
Ooh. Okay, everybody, take your oils out. Take your Kleenex. Does toilet paper work the same?
Yeah, toilet paper, paper towel, Kleenex, whatever any kind of thing that it can kind of soak into.
And test it out. I'm actually going to do that because, like I said, I have other ones around that
Sure.
people have either given me or I've gotten.
Yep.
And I'm going to test them out. We're going to do a little thing on that. Okay, so how do you blend these?
Yeah, so I've actually only custom blended 2 of the oils that are in our current stock. So when I started working here, all of the blends that we had were custom blended by an aromatherapist when they first started. But the ache relief, I just reformulated. So that one, we're hoping to switch over, I'd say in the next month or 2. We're just kind of waiting till the old stock is out.
Yeah.
I've done that one. And then the hands-on blend that I'm going to be releasing for the class that I just put together. That's really exciting. I created an 8-hour continuing education class for massage therapists on how to use the oils in their practice.
Okay, so here we go. I want to talk about these 2 things, and that'll be the last of this educational series of essential oils from Simply Earth with Shilah. What is that first blend that you said that you created?
Yeah, so there's the ache relief blend.
Yes, what is that?
Yep, so it's going to be for aches and pains. You can use it in your massage practice. You guys actually would work really, really, really good on veterans that have, a bum shoulder from being over in Iraq or things like that. So that one has peppermint, eucalyptus, juniper berry, copaiba. Let's see what else is in there, and rosemary.
Okay, funny. When ache relief, I thought you were saying 1 word, not 2. So hello, makes much more sense of what it's for. How did you formulate that? How did you say will make what we have a little bit better?
Yeah, so I did research on each of the essential oils. And then what I did is I made a whole bunch of formulations. I made like 15 of them. And I sent them out to massage therapists and said, hey, I'm reformulating this. These are the things that I want it to do. Can you please test this out for me?
Oh, that's cool. And I also love that it sounds like this company is constantly growing. Like, okay, we made this, but everyone knows that once you have something, it can always be better through educational purposes, right? So I love that you guys are like, yeah, now we have something better.
Yep.
Very, very cool. So what was it that you really wanted it to do?
I really wanted it to help with inflammation and pain. And I also wanted it to help with repairing the muscles that are injured. So the copaiba, the rosemary, and the juniper berry are going to be the key active ingredients that are going to help with pain, inflammation, and then also with the repairing. The eucalyptus and the peppermint are going to help with the immediate pain, and then they're also going to kind of assist with the rest of the oils to help with the repairing of the muscles.
So at home, because this is great. Like I live in chronic pain, so I'm like, oh, this is great.
Sure.
My last child, one of 6, the last one that's at home is an athlete. And then my husband works out,
Sure.
twice a day. So how would we use this?
Yeah, so you would use it topically. You'd make sure you want to blend it with a carrier oil because essential oils are so highly concentrated that anytime you put them on your skin, you're going to want to put them with a carrier oil. Carrier oils are like a coconut oil, an almond oil. You could use aloe vera, anything like that.
Okay, cool. Now tell me about this class.
Yeah.
And this oil for the class. Like, I want to hear all about that.
I'm really excited. Yeah. So it's being taught live now in North Carolina. I am not certified as an instructor to teach. So I linked up with my best friend who's also a wholesaler. So I'm teaching underneath her licensing number.
Okay.
So anytime I teach, I was approved, I had to have qualifications to be so approved.
Right.
But,
I couldn't do this job.
Yeah. So she's teaching it live in North Carolina. And then I actually flew down a few months ago to record it. So we're going to have an online version that you can purchase. And then I also created my own kit. So they can take the class, they get 8 hours of continuing ed, and then they also get a $200 kit that I made.
Oh, sweet. So What is the qualification to be able to take the course?
Yeah, so you actually don't have to have any qualifications to take the course. It is geared around massage therapists. But I mean, if you're a chiropractor or in that kind of realm of expertise, it would benefit you as well. The average person could take it because it has information that is applicable to anybody, but it is geared more towards around, you know, using them in your practice. And there's, you know, we do hands-on how to use them during the massage, how to use them in a towel warmer, things like that.
And then they get those certain, I know, I forgot what you said they are, certain credits basically,
Yeah.
like continuing education credits that I know massage.
So each state for massage therapists has a different requirement on how many continuing education requirements they have to take each year. So like Wisconsin, there's none, which is sad because you can go get your license and be certified for the rest of your life, which is kind of crazy. But some states require, you know, 30, some are 40. It just depends.
So, okay, makes a good point. So people, you should know how many in your state. I'm going to actually find this out. I'm going to ask Joyce, how many are required in New Hampshire, and make sure, because you kind of want to go somewhere where someone's getting re-educated and expanding their thoughts. Oh, but people in Wisconsin can do it. They can be proactive in their career.
We actually have a massage school about 10 minutes down the road from Simply Earth, and I'm linking up with them. So I'm going to actually teach at the school.
Cool.
Hopefully, I'm hoping in the next month or two. I've just been kind of crazy traveling and whatnot, so I haven't had time to pinpoint my schedule yet.
And do you know, for the pack that they're going to get in the class, what did you put together, and then why?
Yeah. So it'll have peace and quiet. It'll have that hands-on blend that I created for massage therapists. It's a relaxing blend. It's really, really, really awesome. Again, I sent it out to about 15 massage therapists and had them, you know, I sent them 10 or 15 different formulations, and this is the one that works the best.
Right.
So it'll have peace and quiet, hands-on. It'll have tranquility, which is another calming blend, peppermint, lavender, and bergamot.
What is that last one?
Bergamot, it's a citrus oil. It's amazing. It smells really, really good. It's really good for skincare and just having the diffuser going, just like a calming oil.
Ooh, how would you use it for skincare? I'm always
skincare. You can.
As I get older, it's more important.
Yeah. So the bergamot you can make into a facial. You can make it into a skincare lotion. Otherwise, you can make it into a steam. If you put hot water into like a big dish and you put 3 to 4 drops in, then you put a towel over yourself, it helps open your pores and get rid of this excess oil.
How would you make a mask? Did you say a mask?
Yeah.
How would you do that?
Yeah, so you could use, let's see, we have all kinds of like dry masks here at Simply Earth that we include in our monthly boxes and things like that. There's all kinds of different like dry, like clay masks are really good. Otherwise, you can make a sugar scrub with it for your face to exfoliate your face.
Okay, I know I said that was the last thing, but now I have another question. Is you mentioned like a box.
Yeah.
What is that? And you can get this clay mask in the box.
Yeah. Yep. So we did it, I think in maybe September, we did like a spa themed one. So the recipe boxes are super fun. I actually do all the videos for them. And then I help, I don't help create the recipes, but I help kind of make sure that they work and test them out. Yeah. They're a lot of fun. They're $39 a month. You get 4 full-size oils, 6 different recipes on how to use them. And then when you first subscribe, you get a big bonus box that has solid coconut oil, fractionated coconut oil, almond oil, and then a whole bunch of containers.
Oh, so like the tools you'll need for the upcoming month.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah. It's
okay,
really
cool. Okay, before I continue on, because like I said, I can talk forever. That's why I put a timer on. I do want to say, if anybody is interested, how can they get a hold of you or your company?
Sure. So you could, if you want to speak to me directly, you can call the customer support line, which is 866-330-8165. And my direct extension is 705. Otherwise, if you have questions, about anything Simply Earth related, you could just call the customer support line. I actually answer all the phone calls. So, or you could just shoot an email to help@simplyearth.com as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I look forward to our next chat. And maybe this just popped into my head because you mentioned it. Maybe you can talk about one of those recipes or something. Yeah. Give everyone the recipe of what is in one of those boxes next time. All right.
I'd love to.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Shilah. And I will see you next time.
All right. See you later.